when the Russians are entering Auschwitz, the Germans understand that they have to escape the last ceremony in Auschwitz, and they hang them to death. Kind of a message before they go on the march of death. If we will kill the last Jewish woman, we will stand in our mission. We will be able to bring Judenrein. But no one in the world can defeat brave women. No one can defeat Jewish women. That's part of our nation. Back, what I'm doing now in Auschwitz. When Israeli Arabs are coming, part of us, they are part of the state of Israel. And when we are here from different nations, when we are here with courageous Chinese people, so courageous, because in China today there is real evilness. And the world is ignoring it from several reasons. Some of them because they make money out of it. That's true. We as Jews understand when the miracle that was done by people 74 years ago, the state of Israel, we understand that the state of Israel is not a shelter for the Jews. One of the things I understand, and my kid, 3 weeks ago I took my eldest son to Auschwitz because 2 weeks ago he joined the army to understand, to show him the name of his grandparents. But one of the things we understand in the state of Israel, in the beginning when I was in the army, I understood that my mission is that a Jew shall never raise his hands above his head, that a child that I always imagined him like my father will never be afraid. But when I grew up, I understood we Jews have a mission to create the strongest state in the world with the highest values of loving people, that anywhere in the world that there will be evilness, that anyone will suffer, we have to be there for others. Anyone that is connected to the state of Israel or lives has to be part of it. When we speak about what's leadership, leadership is about anyone from his position has to do good. It can be a nurse, a doctor, a psychologist, a social worker, a teacher. That's leadership. That's the reason leaders create leaders. But leaders face a crisis. They define a crisis, identify, admit that it exists, build ability and institutes in order to challenge it when it comes. Because leadership is about courage, they face a crisis. We are all here because there is a crisis in Ukraine. When Putin is attacking, when Russia, it's not Putin. When Russia is attacking Ukraine, it's not a local question. It's a question where the world is going into. It's a question where is China going into. It's a question is the Western world is about having fun, enjoying ourselves, watching television, sending texts, or do we have values that we will sacrifice for them? Only if you sacrifice. Sacrifice, again, is the nature of a mother. Any mother that delivers kids, understand it. And then we men learn what's courage. We have to remember, on the Holocaust Day, we have to remember, it's not only that there are good values in the world, there is evilness. We saw the evilness 80 years ago. The evilness is part of life. And in order to face evilness, we have to be strong, united with values. Never forget, never compromise. And I can tell you what you are doing here, and to see that you are able to do here, it's part of a new generation that comes and says, doesn't matter how complicated the situation will continue being, and it will be for the next few years, a new generation is rising up that is committed and has the ability together to make this world a world of freedom. Have a meaningful day.
Thank you. And before you go, I want to, on behalf of all members of the new federal state of China, I want to thank you for being here and giving such a powerful speech. It's so encouraging and inspirational to the Chinese people who are still struggling under communism, under the genocide by the Chinese Communist Party, and also for people from around the world